Do you want more? More time, more balance, more love, more sex, more money, more real, and less bullshit? This is the Women Wanting More podcast with Dr. Karen Osborne. Real life, real stories, plus real tips to get you more of what you want.
Let's make this crystal clear right now, sister. You are not alone. I know when we are going through tough times in our life that there is this feeling of, I'm in this by myself. You could be in a partnership, you could have kids, you could be in a business with, that you're running with employees and team or employee and part of an organization, part of a group of friends, and yet still feel alone. See, knowing that you're not alone isn't about like being surrounded by people or not. Because there's lots of people that are surrounded by people all the time and feel incredibly alone. But it's this story that we create that says that nobody is going through the stuff that I am. Like somehow, universe, God, like, fuck, I got the shit end of the stick on this. Like, why is my cup runneth over with problems and challenges? And then do that whole thing of, we're not delivered problems that we can't handle. And, the strong ones are getting all this stuff. Listen, when you're in the shit with stuff, none of that stuff matters. None of that stuff means anything. And if anything, you want to go, well, I don't want that. Can somebody else have this stuff now? Like, enough, It's the lesson. What am I trying to learn? Like, can I just take a break from the lessons for a couple breaths? I feel you. I know that. And when we are going through challenging times, there tends to be this thing where we create the stories of nobody understands, nobody gets me, there's nobody like me. Listen, I ran that story for years, if not a few decades of, I'm not like other women. I don't really fit in. I'm not really like other people. And listen, if you're kind of a different person that doesn't really, you can be a very different person. I know I'm different from a lot of people. I'm like, so what? But the problem with that story and what I used to do with it is I carried then this like a shield, right? And so this armor. And so I didn't let a lot of people get close to me. I had friends and still have friends. But it was different back then compared to the way that I show up now with it. I didn't allow a lot of people really close to me. And I didn't know, right? And if you were in that place right now, listen, this is not coming at you to punch you in the face or to judge you or to make you feel bad in any kind of way. It's not. You are where you are because you've done the best with what you know to be true at the time. So my good friend said to me the other day, hindsight's 20/20, right? And meaning with that phrase of we can always look back and go, oh, I saw that coming. Oh, I should have known better. Oh, that meant this. It's easy to look back. But truly in the moment, you were working with what you know to be best at the time. Like that is it. That is it. And so the thing that was said to me recently, and it's interesting, right? How the simple things can often be the most profound. Simple things can be the most profound. I'm saying that twice because it means something. Because the simple things, because they're truths, because they're principles, right? And what this friend said to me is like, I just want you to know right now that you're not alone. It's always important for us to know that. Because as soon as we start to go down the path of I'm alone, I'm in this alone, I'm going to isolate, we start to go to numbing, we use whatever means possible, booze, drugs, sex, shopping, Facebook, food, use whatever means possible to kind of numb out this feeling of being so alone. But the thing is that it is a story. And by the way, you could also be completely alone, not have anybody else in your life. You could have zero friends, no partner, no kids. I don't know, maybe work from home or work for yourself or something like that. And feel completely fulfilled and not alone. Like, again, it doesn't matter with the people around you, but it's knowing that collectively there are people going through what you are going through. There are people that are around you that would love to take your hand and lift you up. There are people around you that you are robbing them the experience to stand next to you in your challenging time, in your pain, in your sadness, in your hurt, because of your story that's holding them back, and that there is a gift in them, for them, to do this for you. And your story of not wanting to be a burden, people are busy, and who's going to help me, and nobody gets me, and all this stuff is blocking you from not only getting the help that you need, and not only you realizing that you're actually not all alone, but you're also taking away the gift of that other person to lift you up. Listen, live events, when I used to run them, and I'm actually thinking of into 2019, I do want to get going back to live events. So stay tuned. If you don't already receive the Women Wanting More newsletter, head over right now to drkarenosborn.com/newsletter. Pardon me, take that back. drkarenosborn.com/action guide, because that way you're going to get some cool video trainings and gifts with that. So my name, drkarenosborn.com/action guide. So you can have the newsletter because you'll get first dibs then for those that are in the tribe. But the reason I love live events so much is there is this, as much as the women that came through my live events would say like, oh my God, that like really helped me and thank you so much. All stuff is like, I don't quite know if a lot of my clients, and maybe some of them are listening right now, know that how much that they, like the gift was mine. I received the gift too. Because being able to sit with somebody and perhaps helping them see and allowing them to go through those emotions, like it was and still is an honor for me to have that experience with another woman. It is an honor. It is an honor to sit there with another woman who is a wife or who is a mother or who's struggling with similar things that I have or had in the past struggled with, and to know the feelings that she's feeling, and to really tap into intuition and guidance and my highest self, to be like, what is the thing that she needs to hear right now, and to just feel it and hear it and have it come to me and have it flow through me and say that like it's magic. It's the word that I use to describe that experience. And so it is a gift. And so when you were stuck in that story of I am all alone, nobody gets me, because I know for you, sister, you might come from a place of you're going to do more for others than you will for yourself. So if it helps you to know of, hey man, I'm actually taking something away from somebody by me being in this box, my story, that I put myself in this little tiny box, and I turn on the victim, theme song, and I go through all the things and I beat myself up and nobody gets me, nobody understands me, and I'm fucked and I'm blah blah blah, all that kind of stuff, right? So if it helps you to know that you're taking something away from somebody else because, again, you will give more to others than you will to yourself, then by all means, use that. Let that be your fuel. I know the stuff that I'm going through right now within my life has a bigger purpose and meaning. Now, I know that and I trust that. I can still go to the place of like, oh my God, like, this sucks and this is painful and this hurts and this is sad and this is all of this, but I know that there is something that's there. And I know that I'm not alone. And I started this going, I'm all alone. I begin to reach out to friends that I love and I feel safe with and I trust and know me. And I know you have at least one person in your life that is that person that you can come to, hat in hand, to say, I really need to share some stuff with you, and can you be that person for me? So here's your more tip for today then, sister. I want you to open up your journal and write at the top this: my story of I'm not alone is causing my life to be, and begin to write. Now, this could go two ways, okay? So my story of I'm not alone is causing my life to be and begin to write. You could beat the shit out of yourself in this exercise. Option 1. Option 2, you could be really honest and tell the truth and allow that truth to begin to direct you to walk in a different direction than the one that you are right now. I'm going to suggest you go with number 2. Now, you're going to go to number 1. We all go there sometimes. It's okay. But don't stay there. Don't stay there. That is your mind fucking with you. That is ego showing his or her ugly head. And this is where you give them the middle finger and say, fuck off. This is what I want. I'm gonna be honest with the truth that I see and I know to be true. But I'm going to use that as a catalyst to begin to make different choices, to walk a different path, to go in a different direction. All right, sister, there you go for today. So finishing up, I think there's about 4 or 5 Women Want to More journals. So this is like last call, man. Last call. The bar's flicking the lights on and off. Like last call. Get your last drinking. Get your last journal order in, right? So head over right now to get your Women Want to More limited edition journal for free at drkarenosborn.com/free journal. You take care of a little bit of shipping and I do all the rest. And we have about 150, I think, women now inside a free closed Facebook group that I created called The Journey to Feminine. And so if you would like to be inside of this group where we have discussions about what does it mean to be a woman and how do I show up in that real feminine power that's very different from the masculine, knowing that we all have masculine and feminine, women and men within us, but how do I really tap into that and to be around other women that are really on this similar path? So go to Facebook, go to the search bar at the top and type in The Journey to Feminine. I'll have the link here in the show notes, but The Journey to Feminine, and request to be added to the group. Okay, sister, I will talk to the next episode. A life of more is one step away from knowing that you are not alone. You're really not, sister, every single day. I love and appreciate you.
To get the show notes of each Women Wanting More episode, including the How to Get More tip, subscribe to the newsletter at drkarenosborn.com/newsletter.